Hello, insiders! This week we have a special deep dive into analytics traffic sources. So welcome back to the show, Patricia. How are you doing?
Good, good. Happy to be back here.
Let's get to analytics. So one of the things that I've heard from creators is they're like, hey, I like analytics, but I don't really understand all of this traffic sources. Like, what does this one source mean? What am I supposed to do with it? So you're gonna explain?
Yeah, so we decided to do this video because we keep getting questions about like, what are browse features? Why is my own video in suggested videos? So we just want to demystify that a little bit, and let's take it away.
What are browse features?
Browse features is we hate the name.
We should come up with a better name. But why don't you tell us what it is?
So browse features right now includes a whole bunch of different features on YouTube where you can find videos, and most importantly, it contains home, as well as the subscriptions feed, and a bunch of other ones that most likely aren't driving too much traffic to your channel, but home and subscription feed are definitely important. And for historic reasons, they ended up being underneath this browse features where you kind of have to click to get to see that breakdown. And we are going to start spinning up a project later this year to reclassify these traffic sources. So we'd actually love your input about how you would like to see this new traffic sources classification.
So one approach could be that there is no more browsing, you just show like the subparts.
At the top.
At the top.
That's one approach. If you guys have better ideas, please let us know and we'll be reading the comments.
It is a little weird that home and subs feed are combined.
Yeah.
Like they're not that related.
It's just historic engineering reasons. Yep.
Okay, what are other parts of this report?
Suggested videos, that's a super important one. So those are the videos that are driving traffic to your videos from Watch Next. That's the side panel on desktop or the videos recommended below on mobile. Super important traffic source to understand. One of the things that we get asked questions about is like, I see my own video driving traffic to my own video. What's up with that? It's a little obscure, but one of the reasons is that if your video is included in a playlist, that playlist may show up in Watch Next, and if a viewer clicks into that, then it might be that the video is the first one in that playlist, and therefore it seems as if you're driving traffic from your own video.
The other videos there are basically what people watched before they watched the video that you're trying to understand.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the way I think about traffic sources is it's kind of like a flow. So how is the traffic flowing through YouTube to your content?
Right. And what are creators supposed to do with that report? Like, what is the use of that?
I think it's really important to understand how are viewers discovering your content. Are they just browsing around through it on home? Is it your subscribers that are checking in on the subscribers feed or on notifications? Or are there viewers that have an intent and are actually searching for that?
Yeah, I like that report sometimes just to understand like what my audience is also watching, and in a way, you know, we're all kind of friendly competition for that audience attention.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of good to know like, well, what else are they looking at? Are there other parts of traffic sources that you've heard people get confused about? Or?
Not confused, but just want to highlight search. Super important to check out your search terms and see how viewers are discovering your content through this surface. But it really depends on your channel. Some channels have a lot of what we call evergreen content that gets a lot of traffic from search, and other channels not so much. So you kind of have to look at the analytics to see what the percentage is from search.
Yeah. I have found that it seems like, from my observation, search is particularly helpful for small channels or videos that haven't yet, gotten a lot of traction. And that's why having, kind of descriptive topics and metadata can be really important. Like if your title of the video is guess what happened yesterday, but it's really about you buying a new Canon SLR, then you probably want to say like, I bought a new Canon SLR.
Definitely mention that, yeah.
All right. Are there other traffic sources things that you want to talk about?
Just final ones, external, and another one that we get questions around is direct or unknown. So external are, for example, other websites outside of YouTube that have links to your content. And so, for example, if you're posting on Twitter or on Facebook, Google search, for example, are big external sources. And direct or unknown is a confusing one. Determining these traffic sources isn't always easy. And in many cases, we just don't know how the viewer got to a video because there's just no link For example, if someone has just bookmarked the specific URL, we won't have information about that.
Right.
And that lands indirect or unknown.
Yeah, and I guess for all of these sources in analytics, we now make it clear what % of your total traffic those sources drive, because I think sometimes people get very focused on, let's say, external, but it may actually only be, like, let's say Twitter might be 30% of external, but all external may only be a few % of total.
Very
so
important.
it's just kind of important to keep that in mind, right?
Yeah, you can see a bunch of metrics in the deep dive to see, for example, impressions by traffic source, CTR, views, average view duration, and kind of compare how different audiences are kind of engaging with your content depending on where they discover it from.
Well, any questions for the audience that you want to get input on, or?
Just let us know how you think we could improve these traffic sources classification in the future.
Right on. Well, you guys heard it from Patricia. Put the comments below.
And let me leave one more thing. We also get questions around what are subscriber sources and playback locations. They kind of sound similar to traffic sources.
Yeah.
You want to look into that?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So subscriber sources are where your viewers basically hit that subscribe button. And many times it can be that they hit it on the actual watch page of the video. But sometimes viewers will just kind of browse around and then look at your channel and then end up clicking it on the channel page. So they'll see channel pages. Or they could even discover your channel through other channels.
Right.
So there's this section where you can put like channels that you're friends with or are related, and they could be clicking there. So this is what is under featured channels. And playback locations sound super similar to traffic sources when you're looking into it, but it's just where the view actually happens. So it could be that you're watching a video on an external website, it's embedded.
Right.
Or it could be that you're just watching it on the traditional watch page. Or coming soon, you'll also be able to tell if viewers are watching your videos from the homepage or the subscribers feed when it autoplays with captions.
Oh, wow.
So that might also be interesting to see if you have like very engaging content in the first few seconds and people are kind of sticking around to watch that.
Yeah. Or if you're making these investments to make it more engaging early, and maybe you have improved the caption quality, then you'd want to see that auto playback kind of going up a little to justify your investment.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, let us know if you have any feedback on these topics. Patricia, thank you so much for coming back on the show, and enjoy your vacation.
Thanks.
We'll see you back soon.
Yep.
Keep it real.
Bye.